Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are checking out Fargo, the Coen brothers 1996 film. I haven't seen that many Coen brothers movies. I've seen No Country for Old Men, and I think that's it. But I know that they are a very famous directing duo, and I am really excited to watch this movie with you guys today. I've heard a lot of good things about this movie. One of my friends really likes this movie. She's watched it. She's told me to watch it. I never watched it, but today is the day that I do watch it. I have seen the show. There was a show that came on to HBO or something like that. I watched the first season only. I didn't watch the second or the third. No, I did watch the second season. I watched the first two seasons, but I didn't watch the third season. And if there was a fourth season, then I didn't watch the fourth season either. But I watched the first two seasons. I really enjoyed the first season, and I was like okay with the second season, but I'm really hoping that this movie kind of is more like the first season of the show, and I don't really know if the show has anything to do with the movie even, and even then I saw the show when it first came out, so however long ago that was, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago now, so even then the show is a little bit fuzzy in my mind, but I remember really enjoying the first season, so I'm really excited to see what this movie has to offer. I don't really know what the plot of this movie is about. I'm assuming it's a murder mystery mixed with the Coen brothers' charm and humor, which I'm really excited for. But yeah, I don't really know what to think about for this movie. Besides that, I'm really excited. And before we get into this reaction, let me do the lighting. So let me turn on the light, and we can decide what color it should be. Boop. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so the colors today, I'm gonna go like a really light blue, like an ice blue, and I'm going in ice blue because I'm like 99% sure that this movie takes place in like a small town in the middle of the US somewhere when it is snowing in the dead of winter, and there's just going to be so much snow everywhere, which I think is cool because if there is like blood and stuff, then the blood will really stand out on the snow. And I'm going ice blue today, like a nice light blue and ice blue, because it's probably going to be very icy in this movie. And if you'd like to check out more of my reactions, you can head over to my Patreon where I have uncut reactions to many of the movies I watch on YouTube, as well as early access reactions to my movies that come out 1 week early. There are also 2 exclusive Patreon movies a month that you guys on Patreon get to choose. This Christmas, I don't know what movie it's going to be yet, but we have a Christmas movie coming out on Christmas, but I guess this video comes out after Christmas, so it doesn't really matter. But there will be a bunch of Christmas movies on Patreon for Christmas. But anyways, yeah, check those out if you'd like to. Thank you so much if you check it out. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, let's just go into this movie. Get it? Fargo. Let's just Fargo into that was not good. That was not good. Let's just dive on into this movie. I hope you enjoy my reaction to Fargo. I already like this movie. The music, so good. Minnesota. I love the statement. This is a true story, though. Oh, it's my man Steve Buscemi. I'm literally being blinded by the whiteness of this frame at the moment. It is so blindingly bright. I already have chills. Oh my god, I already have chills. Top 10 movies of this year already. The music alone is superb. There he is. My man.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you are. Shep vouched for you and all. I got every confidence here in you fellas.
It doesn't sound like he has that much confidence.
Well, okay.
Except that you were going to be here at 7:30.
Yeah, well, that was a mix-up then.
Yeah, you're...
Steve Buscemi. Oh my god. He can get scary when he's angry.
It's all worked out.
You want your own wife kidnapped.
Yeah.
What? What?
Now, I'm in a bit of trouble.
What kind of trouble you in, Jerry?
Well, that's
none of your business, Buscemi.
See, these are personal matters.
Personal matters?
Yeah, personal matters that needn't,
Okay, Jerry.
I really like Jerry.
Oh, fuck it. Let's take a look at that Sierra.
Yep, that's where we are. I definitely did not butcher that name at all.
Yeah, I think so. Dad?
What?
Are you staying for supper?
Yeah.
I love the accents.
They don't drink milkshakes, I assure you.
That's okay, Dad.
What is he implying? What is he implying? What?
This could work out real good for me and Gene and Scotty.
It could.
Gene and Scotty never have to work.
It could work out a lot.
What?
We stop at Pancakes House.
Nuts, we had pancakes for breakfast. Gotta go to a place.
They had pancakes for breakfast? I'm jealous.
Stop outside of Brainerd. I know a place there we can get laid. What do you think?
I'm fucking hungry now, you know.
Yeah, Jesus.
Give the man a pancake.
Guys here, these guys, it's always the same. It's always more.
Poor Jerry. He feels like a loser. You're not a loser to me, Jerry.
You're a bald-faced liar. A fucking liar.
Oh my god, this guy's about to go ham. I love that. I love that.
Big deal. It's just an hour. Hold on. What's the big deal? Hello?
Yeah, hi,
Why are there so many animal things around the house? Look how many animal sculpture things there are.
Well, that's okay.
I vouch for Grimsrud. Who's his buddy?
Carl something.
Never heard of him. Don't vouch for him.
Well, that's okay.
Ah, I like this guy. Never heard of him. Don't vouch for him.
Okay. Well, look at them.
I like Shep. I hope he comes back.
Smoke is carcinogen, cancer agent.
Steve Buscemi is great at everything.
Would it kill you to say something?
I did.
No. First thing you said in the last 4 hours. That's a fountain of conversation, man.
It is a wealth. It is a wealth. One word that means so many things.
Oh, fuck it. I don't have to talk either, man. See how you like it.
He will definitely not mind it.
It's total fucking silence. Two could play at that game, smart guy. We'll just see how you like it.
Let's stop talking if you're gonna do it.
Total silence.
Yeah, but the deal's already done. I already got the money.
Yes, we have an audit here. I just have to know that these vehicles...
Oh my god, Jerry.
Okay, real good then.
That's such a good shot. There's so many great shots in this.
How to make holidazzle eggs ourselves at home. Now, Katie, I got...
Oh, here they come. Kidnap time.
This is an empty egg.
Something has to go wrong, right? They are so bad. You should have invented a cell phone, lady. That wouldn't have happened. It's like The Shining. It's like The Shining. Here's Johnny. They're actually so incompetent. Oh. That was such a good shot. I was like, there's something important why they're stuck on him in the mirror. And it wasn't just for comedy, there's something else, and you couldn't quite understand, but you knew something was gonna happen. That was such a good shot to convey the scene. Oh my god, is she dead? Oh my god, is she dead? He's not gonna get the money if she's dead, and also she's dead.
Money and you collect when it pays off.
No,
I mean, that is kind of what you're saying, Jerry.
for me. I need the principal.
Well, Jerry, we're not going to just give you $750,000.
What the heck were you thinking?
Jerry, you're kind of reaching for the moon.
Okay, I guarantee you your money back.
I'm not talking about your damn words.
Yeah, your word's not gonna work in this situation.
I assume if you're not interested, you won't mind if we move on it. Independently.
Oh, that's rough, buddy. That's rough, buddy. Look at that shot. Look at that shot. That looks beautiful. That's a painting. I would put that on my wall. And the music's back. I've been waiting for this sexy beast of a musical score to come back. He's a little mad. He's a little mad. This is his villain origin story. Is she gonna be on the floor dead?
Hon?
No, they moved her. Yeah, they definitely moved her. Oh, is he gonna be like under investigation for the murder of his wife or something like that? Like, Is that how this movie's gonna go?
I don't know what to do. It's my wife. I don't know what to do. It's Jean.
He's practicing. He's practicing.
Oh, jeez. It's terrible.
Jerry, you're not an actor. I love that he's practicing, though. I love that. I'm sure everyone who's faking it does.
Yeah, Wade Gustafson, please.
Oh my god. And he just sounds like deadpan. Wade Gustafson, please. Paul Bunyan has never looked scarier. Paul, stop looking at me. Oh, thank you.
Shut the fuck up, or I'll throw you back into the trunk, you know?
Oh, I thought she was dead. Okay,
What I've heard
so
you say all week.
my whole thing of this movie just went downhill.
Ah, shit.
What were they doing that was wrong? It doesn't look like they're speeding or anything.
I never put my tags on the car.
Oh, Carl, man.
Don't worry, I'll take care of this.
Carl, man, why did you do this? You did this to yourself. I love the lighting, how it's light on his eyes and then dark everywhere else. So good, so genius.
Oh, it certainly is, officer. Still got that smell.
He does the smell.
Must have slipped my mind. So maybe the best thing to do would be to take care of that right here in Brainerd.
Ah, he doesn't show his name. He's not showing his name.
And step out of the car, please, sir.
Oh, this isn't going well. Oh! Oh, that blood was juicy.
You're smooth, you know.
Oh, Daddy.
Oh no! Everything just keeps piling up. This is how you make a good tension in a scene. My English is not great at the moment. Oh my god, he's gonna go and shoot those guys too. It's a massacre. Massacre at the Paul Bunyan statue. What happened? Where'd it go? It's a ghost car. It disappeared. Dude, look at this lighting. The use of the natural lighting in the movie. There's no like fake moonlight. There's no bright lights. It's all just these car lights lighting up the scene. It is so well done. It is so beautiful to look at. Look at that shot. Look how menacing he looks in the shadow. Don't run. Don't run. Oh, but if you stay in the car, you're gonna die anyways. Oh no. That looks like a kid. This did not go very well. This did not go as planned. 3 murders. 3 murders. Someone is going to notice. This must be like the police chief or something.
Yeah? Oh, jeez.
I love it. Oh, jeez. I'm going to say that now. I want to say that.
I'll fix you some eggs.
Norm.
Norm is top tier. Aw, the smile. Oh, she is the police chief. I actually kind of like... That was kind of like almost a surprise reveal because usually in film, the guy is the police chief, you know? It's very uncommon for a woman to be a police chief in film. And so I really like that, actually. It just kind of surprises you. Like, oh, she's the police chief, you know? It's so awesome. And it feels very progressive for its time as well whenever this movie was made. No, she's coming back. She's done her work.
Gee, thought you might need a little warm-up.
Thanks a bunch. So what's it?
Thanks a bunch. I love this movie.
Hand there. I guess that's a defensive wound.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, so she went like this, and then boom, boom. Ah.
These folks drive by, there's a high-speed pursuit, ends here, and then this execution type deal.
Yeah.
That's literally exactly what happened. She just Scooby-Dooed that.
There's different footprints here, Lou.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's still alive.
This guy's smaller than
He's
his
still
buddy.
alive. He's still alive. His eyes are moving.
Oh, you don't think he's mixed up in the...
Oh, no, I just want to get Norm some nightcrawlers.
What a waste of coffee. Wait, he was alive though. You saw his eyes move, right?
I'm not sure that I agree with you 100% on your police work there, Lou. I think that vehicle there probably had dealer plates.
She's actually a genius.
There they are. They got my daughter.
Think this thing through here, Wade. You give them what they want. Why won't they let her go? You gotta...
Because then they can ask for more.
We're not holding any cards here, Wade. They got them all, so they call the shots.
You're darn tootin'.
You're darn tootin'. I love the lingo.
Yeah, real good now. How you doing?
Okay.
Looking for a new wife or something.
Maybe it's all bull, but like you said, Stan, they're calling the shots.
Okay.
Jerry, man, you're oh my god.
How you doing there, Scotty?
Dad,
How do you think he's doing? His mom just got kidnapped.
what if something goes wrong, Dad? And then...
No. Nothing's going wrong here.
Things have already gone wrong. 3 giant things. Accordion King. I don't know why it's so funny. Woo, Accordion King. Just so random, that poster. Where are you trying to go? Where are you trying to go, lady?
I brought you some lunch, Margie. What are those, night crawlers?
Yeah?
This guy seems so nice.
Owner was on the desk then. Said these two had company.
Oh, yeah.
Why is he like just staring off? Why is he not looking at the guy talking? Why is Norm kind of strange?
Well, the little guy, he was kind of funny looking.
In what way?
I don't know, just funny looking.
Yeah, that's actually how you describe Steve Buscemi. No, what you see Steve Buscemi and you say he's funny looking.
You know, like a subconscious type of thing.
Oh, yeah, that can happen.
Yeah. Hey, they said they were going to the Twin...
I like these 2 girls.
To you?
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.
So many yas. So many yas.
Limo, come on!
You know, smacking it enough times works.
How are you doing? What time is it?
Oh, jeez. It's 11:15. I hope I didn't wake you.
No.
You definitely did, Mike.
It's great to hear from you.
That was so strange. That was such a strange conversation. Will Mike come back? Maybe. Probably.
Have changed. Circumstances, Jerry, beyond the acts of God, force majeure.
What the...
So dramatic.
This was supposed to be a no rough stuff type deal.
Don't ever interrupt me, Jerry. Just shut the fuck up.
Well...
I love Steve.
Deal's a deal. Go ahead, ask him.
The heck do you mean?
The heck you mean? I'll see you tomorrow.
Carl being a child, just copying what Jerry's saying.
This matter to our legal department.
Yeah.
My patience is at an end.
Yeah.
Good day, sir.
Yeah.
Dude, that was such a good shot. It's slowly panned into him as the bad news is coming in, and it's like he like the world is closing in on him. There's less space for him to breathe and for him to move with that slow pan in. Really good filmmaking.
Yeah, after lunch.
What you got there?
Oh,
Is he lying? There's something so suspicious about Norm. After he was just staring when that cop was talking.
Trucking company and
I am now a little bit suspicious of him.
Proudfoot.
He's in like every scene that she's in too, which is also very weird.
Okay.
Well, maybe he just loves her, and I will accept
I'll
that.
take
If this
you right
movie
down there,
ends
then.
and he's
Oh,
a
yeah?
good guy,
Twin Cities.
I'm gonna look like a fool.
These guys are dangerous.
All the more reason. I don't want you... With all due respect, Jerry, I don't want you mucking this up.
Oh, Jerry is a muck. That car does not look like it's made for the snow. Minnesota, Minnesota. Is he taking the license plate?
Well, I'm sorry, sir. We still got to charge you the $4. I
just pulled in here.
Is that really necessary?
$4, you pathetic piece of shit.
Oh my god.
Where's Shep? Talking to a cop.
Yeah, Shep's back. Stress drawing, me in school.
Executive sales manager.
Well, you can help me. My name's Marge Gunderson.
My father-in-law. He's the owner.
Uh-huh.
You're so nervous, dude. Calm down.
Okie dokie. Thanks a bunch. I'll let you get back to your paperwork then.
Does she know that one's been stolen from here? Does she know that he's lying?
Have him, Oh, jeez.
Jerry, you're not made for this. Jerry, you're way too deep right now. You're drowning. You're drowning in all this.
Yeah, so do you. Oh, easy there, easy there, easy there, easy there. You do too.
Mike seems like a nice guy.
It's actually Eden Prairie, that school district. So, Chief Gunderson then. So, you went...
They like trail off and then get really loud again.
Yeah, but there's not a heck of a lot to discuss. Well, what about you,
Oh my
Mike?
god.
Married?
Oh my god, this is such an awkward conversation. It's so forced.
I was married. I was married to... You mind if I sit over here?
Oh, Mike, I don't like you anymore. Get out of here.
I didn't mean to...
No, that's fine.
No, you can say it that you're weirded out by him and that you want to leave.
It's, Linda, had leukemia, you know. She was,
Is he pulling the sympathy card for himself at the moment?
Oh, better times, huh?
Better times.
I love how there's like 1 or 2 seconds of just awkward pause between all these conversations before they like try and think of something to say.
Well, I always liked you,
I
Mike.
always liked you so much.
Oh, Mike, you're really ruining this. Mike, you're really weird.
Just a little of the old in and out.
What do you do?
Good one, Steve.
Deaf? So,
She looks disgusted.
Shit, what the hell you doing? I'm banging that girl. Oh!
Fucking asshole!
Ship nose thumb?
Hey, smoke a fucking peace pipe! What? Don't you dare fucking hit me!
Oh my god. Oh my god, Ship! What are you doing? Oh, he's going. Oh no.
I'll be back in a minute. If Stan calls, you just tell him I went to Embers.
Embers. Is that a strip club or something?
Where's my daughter?
Ah, he's got a gun. I knew it. I was about to say, does he have a gun? Jerry, you got a lot older.
Where's my damn daughter? No Gene, no money.
Drop that fucking money!
No Gene, no money.
Oh no, this is not gonna end well, is it?
Don't care!
Oh no! Oh no!
Happy now, asshole? What's with you people?
Oh, he's got a gun
Fucking
too, though.
imbeciles.
Oh! Oh, he just missed. He just missed. Oh my god. Right, if you're working at that office, you have a great view of it. Oh my god. The music really helped to make that scene so tense, just like that. It's almost like a ticking stopwatch, you know? Really gets on your nerves in a good way.
May I have your ticket, please?
Oh no!
Open the fucking gate!
Oh, I thought he was just gonna shoot him. No way he does this. No way he does this. No, did he get shot? No, he did not deserve to die. Jerry, this is literally all you. All of these deaths are on you. And Steve Buscemi. That's such an empty, sad shot.
And I says, what kind of action? And he says, woman action. What do I look like? And I says, well, what do I look like? I don't arrange that kind of thing. He says, oh, so I get it. So you think I'm some kind of jerk for asking, only you don't use the word jerk.
I understand.
Then he calls...
Oh, he doesn't use the word jerk.
And thought I should call it in, so I called it in. End of story.
I love when people are telling stories in this movie.
Little guy, kind of funny looking.
Oh my god, funny looking.
Oh, just in a general kind of way.
I love how that's how they describe Steve Buscemi. I actually love it. Because that's how I describe him in real life too. Oh, that's gonna... Oh... You need bandages and stitches and gauze and stitches. like alcohol to wipe that up, to clean it. Is he trying to bury the case or something? Okay, but that's so obvious that there's something there. Look at all that snow that you just dug up. And everything else just is flat, so obviously there's probably something there. I mean, there's supposed to be a storm tomorrow though, right? That could be important. They could lose all that money in the storm if that red thing gets covered up.
Linda Cooksey.
No, they were... He was bothering Linda for a good year. Really pestering her. Wouldn't leave her alone.
I told you he was playing the sympathy card, that little scoundrel of a man.
Jeez, well, jeez. That's a surprise.
Take a shot in this movie whenever someone says geez or yeah. She had some look of realization on her face in the car. I wonder what it was.
Real short then. I'm on my way out of town, but I was wondering, do you mind if I sit down? Carrying a bit of a load here.
I love how she sits down and then asks.
Establish that, sir. I mean, are the cars counted daily or what kind of a routine here?
Ma'am, I answered your question.
Oh, Jerry. Jerry, you're buckling this.
I'm not arguing here. I'm cooperating.
You are arguing, Jerry.
We're doing all we can.
He has really green eyes, by the way.
Important to you?
I'm sorry, sir.
Ah, what the Christ.
What the Christ? She's gonna have a little snoop at his desk. Oh. No, he just left. How is that not suspicious at all? Jerry, you're actually so bad.
I told you it was over and I thought I made myself very clear.
Oh, you did. You made yourself perfectly clear.
Jerry is making him look like the most suspicious person on the planet. And he is the most suspicious person on the planet at the moment, but he's making himself look like it.
Doctor's test, I've got the certificates, and there's no doubt about it, I'm gonna have your baby.
You need certificates to be pregnant?
All of it. All 80 grand. That's 40 for you, 40 for me.
Oh, he left the bag because there's way more than he's supposed to have. Okay, I understand.
I got fucking shot in the face! I went and got the fucking money, I got shot fucking picking it up! I've been there for 36 fucking hours! You know, I've been listening to your fucking bullshit all week! Are we square?
Oh my god, no, he's gonna shoot you, dude. Oh my god, he's gonna get shot. He's gonna get shot. This is a perfect camera angle to get shot at. Oh my god, no, he's gonna get axed. I did not expect I did not expect someone to get axed.
Copy. There's the car! There's the car!
Oh my god, she's gonna see Steve Buscemi's axed face.
Okay, careful, Margie. I'll send a couple cars.
Margie, calm down. I don't want you to get hurt. I love you. I love you. Oh my god, is he like chainsawing the body into bits or something at the moment? I don't know if I like that. I feel like anyone can die in this movie, which is what I really like about it as well. So I'm really nervous for Marge. Yeah, he's grinding the body. Ew. 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 Ew, 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 ew. And it's just spraying everywhere. Oh, that is disgusting. Shoot him. Shoot him. Ah, nice shot, Marge. Listen to this beautiful music. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. What a beautiful shot. I love the wides in this thing. Oh, are we kind of back at the start? Because at the start there was a car going through a snowstorm. And is this the storm that they were talking about? Is this back at the start now?
And those 3 people in Brainerd.
See, why did they park the car outside of the house? Why didn't they, like, just drive it around?
I just don't understand it.
I just don't understand it. I love Marge. I have chills again. I have chills again.
Mr. Anderson? Who? Mr. Anderson, is this...
Mr. Anderson from The Matrix. Do you get it? That was even a bad Mr. Anderson impression.
Just a sec.
Is he like trying to climb out the window or something, like a dingus? Okay, I guess he's not bad. I guess he's not bad. I was wrong. Maybe he's just a weird guy, you know? I don't know why I ever thought he was bad. There was no reason in this whole film for me to think that he was bad.
Yeah?
When they're stuck with a bunch of the old ones.
Aww. Yeah. Aww, they're both so supportive of each other. Oh, that was such a good movie. That was so much fun. I thought it said James Cameron for a second, so... Roger Deakins was the director of photography. Of course he was. That's why the movie was so beautiful, because it had flippin' Roger Deakins, master of cinematography, at the helm. And that was my reaction to Fargo, the 1996 crime thriller starring Frances McDormand, William H. Macy, Steve Buscemi, Peter Stormare, and Harve Presnell. That movie was really, really good. The script for this movie was so tight. And if you want to know how tight it was, I just read somewhere. Don't know if this is true. I don't know how much fact there is into this, but I just read somewhere that in the movie, Steve Buscemi says, in 30 minutes, we'll wrap this up, or a line like that. And then there's only 30 minutes left of the movie. So he's saying it to the characters, but he's also saying it to the audience. You know, there's only 30 minutes, like exactly 30 minutes left of the movie once he says that line. And if that is true, then that is some amazingly tight screenwriting and script writing and clever dialogue. And I know that there's some stuff like that in like Tarantino movies and Kill Bill. Someone says something like, you won't last 5 minutes. And then it's like the person lasts 4 minutes and 59 seconds or something like that. So just under 5 minutes, you know. And I know there's stuff like that, but if that is the case, then I applaud the Coen brothers for their screenwriting, if that's the case, basically. But yeah, this movie overall was just a lot of fun, and it was just a very realistic take, in my opinion, of a botched murder. You know, a murder is never really, most of the time at least, gonna go as planned. It's never gonna be a very smooth sailing. It's kind of these random events almost in this movie. There's just so many things. Like if Mike had not been in this movie at all, like nothing really would have changed. But it's just like, it's kind of detailing life and kind of how random life is in a realistic take, if you know what I mean. And that's kind of what I really liked about this movie. I thought the script was great, the music was awesome, the cinematography by Roger Deakins was absolutely gorgeous, and I just thought that this movie overall was very compelling to me. Getting into the reviews of this movie very quickly before I get into anything else. Well, I'll be getting to the music after the reviews, but 8.1 on IMDb, which is audience scores, and the 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is critic scores. So obviously critics and audiences really like this movie. I can sort of see you maybe not liking this movie. I enjoyed this movie. I don't think it's the best movie. Like at the start of this video I was like, oh, top 10 movies of this year, and that was just because the music was so epic, you know, and it was so dramatic. And I wouldn't put it in the top 10 movies that I've watched this year, but it's definitely in the top like 30 movies I've watched this year. I've watched like 162 movies this year or something like that, so top 30 is very good. But I can see people putting it a little lower down, you know. I feel like this is sort of a hit or miss movie. Like maybe you do like this style or maybe you don't like this style. But yeah, getting into the score for this movie was so good, and the score wasn't around that often. The opening credits is really when the score hits you, and it's really, I got chills instantly, you know, this amazing score with these deep drums, but then there's also like, I don't really know what the instruments are called. I'm not really well versed in instruments, but it's like this stringy-ish-esque instrument that's doing the main melody and stuff, and then you just got these deep drums in the background that come in every so often, and it kind of started to escalate and escalate and escalate until the title FARGO appears in the snow. It just appears out of the white in the snow, and then it disappears, and then the music fades, and like the music in this movie was very impactful when the music hit, and the music didn't hit often. Again, there were a lot of scenes in this movie where it was just the dialogue, the diegetic dialogue, the diegetic sounds from the movie, but then whenever the score hit, you knew something was about to go down, you knew something awesome was about to happen or something stressful was about to happen, and I really enjoyed the music in this, and I'm definitely going to take a look at the soundtrack because maybe I missed a few pieces, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of the time this movie was very diegetic, and then they added these non-diegetic elements for these more stressful but also more dramatic moments of the film. The cinematography in this movie as well was absolutely beautiful. I could look at some of the shots in this movie all day. The use of the snow in particular was mind-blowingly amazing, and it's very interesting because the snow is very bright, and so a lot of the times they paired darker clothing and darker apparel against the snow to really contrast the really bright white of the snow. Like the police officer, Marge, was wearing like these dark browns and these blacks, and even the criminals were wearing these dark browns. Jerry was wearing these dark browns, you know, and then like the black hat and stuff. Like all the characters were really wearing these very contrasting outfit colors to the environment, which really just popped them off of the screen. And then the use of the snow mixed with the red of the blood, there was never really a lot of red in the snow, there was never really a lot of blood in the snow, but when there was someone bleeding in the snow or when someone was dying in the snow, it was a lot more effective to me and a lot more powerful because it was very clear that this guy was bleeding. You know, you could really see it against the snow, and I thought that the use of snow in general was really awesome, and then the way that they used the snow to make the characters pop off the screen, to make the characters very visible in the landscape. There was not really anywhere to hide for them. It's a very barren landscape, and the characters just felt like they were almost larger than life within this landscape, because like they didn't feel like larger than life as if they were cartoonish, but it just felt like they were just boom, like right at your face basically, because of how much they contrasted the very bright snow with their darker outfit. Also, some of the shots in this movie were just impeccable. This is still on the cinematography angle. There's this one shot in particular that I would actually put on my wall, and that is the shot where Jerry is just walking out when he's meeting with his stepdad, I think, right? That's what that old guy was. And then that other old guy, when he had that like business proposition, he wanted them to loan the money, and then they're like, no, we're just going to take this investment ourselves. And he walks out of that deal, and he goes to his car. His car's the only one in the parking lot. It looks almost like a miniature. You get this really high crane shot or something from above, and it's just like this beautiful clean snow field. There's no tracks in it or whatever, and I was like, this is so beautiful. Is this a miniature? And then you see Jerry walking along, this tiny little ant-like figure in the snow, you know, making these little footsteps. It was just a gorgeous, painterly looking shots, and a lot of the shots were like that. The shot where what's his name, Geyer, is that how you say his name in the movie? I didn't really hear what they called Peter Stormare's character in the movie, but on Google it says Geyer. So or Jair or something like that. I'm definitely mispronouncing that. But when he was dying, or when he got shot and his leg was shot in the snow on the lake, and then you see Marge coming out, and it's just wide, and he's on the left and she's on the right, and she's coming out of the forest into this barren landscape, nowhere to hide, you know, where to hide, the forest, the trees, blank, nowhere to hide, he's done, he's finished. That's just the environment telling the story as well, you know. It was just very striking and very, very visually pleasing, and the snow in this movie, I think, provided a really good opportunity to make these very visibly pleasing visuals. A lot of the shots in this movie as well were were incredible. Some of the camera work was really good at telling the story. Like one of my favorite shots, and it was just a simple shot. It was just a simple push in on Jerry, and he's getting a call from Carl, and Carl's being like, oh, this happened, we killed 3 people, and everything's not going to plan, and the shot is pushing in, less breathing room. He's getting more anxious, the audience is getting more anxious because we're getting pushed in, and there's not enough room for us to breathe, and then it stops, and then something else happens, you know, and it's just like, there's like this very simple camera work is very effective in telling the story and just showing how characters are feeling without telling us how characters are feeling, and that's through the camera work. And I thought the camera work in this movie was very simple but very, very effective. And something else that was very effective was the lighting in this movie. The lighting in this movie was so gorgeous. It was unbelievable how gorgeous this lighting was. It was all natural light, natural being natural in the scene. There was never a moment where it looked like there was studio lights or fake lights. And the things that I'm talking about the most beautiful shots were when it was at night, especially the road sequence at night. That might have been really the only sequence at night, but when Carl's driving and they have the wife in the back of the car and the police pulls up and stuff, that whole scene is lit purely by car headlights and maybe the taillights of the car as well, and then the flashlight by the police officer. Like, there is no moonlight. The sky is completely dark, as it would be if you're filming something in the night. You wouldn't see starlight, obviously, because the camera's not exposed to see the stars, so you wouldn't see the starlight. It's completely black. The moonlight is not really strong enough to really have that much of an impact. There could be also clouds in the sky, you know, so there's no moonlight. There's no artificial light that's pretending to be the moon. It is all just complete darkness, and then car lights that are illuminating the darkness, illuminating where the characters are going, illuminating where the story is. And it was just beautiful when the car flipped upside down and it was just this really red glow. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. The lighting in this movie was off the charts amazing. And then getting to the writing as well. The writing in this film was incredible. The characters, their accents were so much fun. I loved their accents in it, and I wish there were more movies with this accent, a Minnesota accent, I'm assuming. And I don't know what a Minnesota accent is supposed to sound like, but I'm assuming they did a really good job with it. The accent sounded like they stayed consistent for the entire runtime of the film, which was really cool. And I could just listen to people saying, oh geez, or oh yeah, or yeah. You know, I can't do the accent, but you understand what I'm saying, right? They said oh geez and yeah so many times in this movie. If you took a shot every time they said oh geez alone, you would probably die of alcohol poisoning in the first 20 minutes of this film. That's how many times they say oh geez. But I loved the writing in this movie. The dialogue in this movie felt very, very real. It was very funny. There were a lot of moments where you're like, oh, this is really funny, but it also felt very lifelike when Frances McDormand's character Marge was talking to Mike, and they had like those, like the conversation, it would be like 10 seconds of conversation, 2 minutes of awkward pause, 10 minutes of conversation, 2 seconds of awkward pause, you know. And it was like that, like that's how a lot of conversations go in life, especially with people that you haven't seen in a while, or people that you're maybe not necessarily friends with, or even just people that maybe you're friends with but you just don't really like vibe with them, if you know what I mean. So I really liked that conversation, especially. I know it was a very weird conversation, but I liked how realistic this take was. It wasn't this very natural flowing conversation. It was this very stuttered, jarring conversation. And I think a lot of the conversations in this movie were kind of like that. There were a lot of mistakes. There was a lot of humor in the conversations, though, especially with Carl, especially when he's in the car and he's like, fine, I'll show you silence. I'll see how you like silence. And then it's like 2 seconds of silence and he's like, I'm going to be silent. And, you know, it's just, Carl is really funny. Steve Buscemi was really funny in this movie. But yeah, I thought the dialogue really like brought this movie up a ton because it was just so much fun. And yeah, the accents were great as well. Okay, getting into the cast of this movie now, I'm going to talk about Frances McDormand, William H. Macy, Steve Buscemi, and Peter Stormare. So Peter Stormare as Gayer or Gier or Gayer or something like that. Gayer. I don't really know how to pronounce that name. I'm sure someone will let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much if you do. But Peter Stormare was really fun in this movie. He didn't do too much, but he was really fun as the silent, stoic like menacing type, and I knew when Steve Buscemi yelled at him at the end, I knew he was going to die. It was just, and then the shot that was good, that basically revealed to the audience before the action actually happened that he was going to die, because it was such a convincing shot. You know, there are a lot of shots where it told the story before the story actually happened, and that was one of them, where you see the door, you see the shot, and you're like, oh, he's like, Steve Buscemi is going to get shot or something, like something is going to happen because the store is still in frame and stuff like that. And sure enough, he comes out with the axe, boom, you know. But I thought that he was very good in his role. He didn't have that much dialogue, but I thought for what he had to do, he was very fun, and I really thought he did a good job. Steve Buscemi as Carl. Steve Buscemi was a highlight of this movie. He was so much fun. I loved every second of his screen time. I loved how talkative he was. I loved how angry he could get. When he was serious, he was definitely a little scary, but he was more goofy than scary. And I loved that everyone was calling him funny looking, because that is exactly how I describe him in real life. And so when people were like, oh, you know, he's just a funny looking guy, and they're like, what do you mean by funny looking? And they're like, oh, just funny looking. Like, that is literally how I describe Steve Buscemi if someone doesn't know who he is. So I thought that was really funny. But Steve Buscemi, I love you, so I'm sorry that I called you funny looking. I think you're an amazing actor. He was great in this movie, and I thought that he did a great job as Carl. William H. Macy as Jerry. He was awesome in this movie. I wanted to punch him in the face every 3 seconds of his existence, though. I just, like, he was great. He was great, but his character was just so annoying, you know? Like, why did you think this was a good plan? Why did you think this was gonna work? You're such a bad liar. You're basically ruining everything. You deserve to go to jail and to rot, and your son's gonna go to an orphanage now or something, and your son's gonna have a horrible life all because of you, and all these people's deaths are on your hands, and I want to punch you in the face. But he was, like, William H. Macy did a really, really good job, and he was very convincing as this guy who was just very out of depth in this situation, and I thought that he did an amazing job. And finally, Frances McDormand as Marge. She definitely stole the show when she was in it, and I really liked how progressive this movie was in terms of making her the captain of the police. And maybe she wasn't even the police chief, but I think that she was the police chief, and you wouldn't expect that. You go into the room, you see this guy and the girl, and you expect the guy to be the police chief, because that's just how it is in most movies, and then she's the police chief, and you're like, oh, I see, I like it, you know? It feels, especially for the time that was made, 1996, it feels like a progressive thing, you know? It feels like something that hasn't really been done before, or not done that often. So I really thought that was cool, but I thought her character was off the charts amazing. She was definitely my favorite character. I loved every second of the thing that she was in. She had the most random things happen to her, like, again, going to see Mike and stuff like that. Her being pregnant was very random. It didn't really affect the story in many ways, if any ways. It just provided a few jokes here or there, but she was pregnant. Yeah, she was pregnant. I thought her relationship with Norm was really good. I don't know why I thought Norm was going to be a villain in this movie. He just kind of was very strange to me, but I don't know. Maybe that's me just being a strange person in general, but overall I thought Frances McDormand stole the show when she was on screen, and I thought she did an amazing job. Also, I think it's funny that she barely had any screen time with any of the other cast. You know, she was mostly alone for most of the movie, doing her own thing that was related to what they were doing, but still apart, and most of that main cast didn't really interact with each other much at all, which I thought was very interesting. And that is my reaction and review to Fargo, the 1996 crime thriller starring Frances McDormand, William H. Macy, Steve Buscemi, and Peter Stormare. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot, and I am so excited to have finally watched this movie. It's been on my list for a long time. It's been praised about a lot. I've probably seen clips or heard things from this movie and other movies because of how significant it is in terms of fame, like Coen brothers fame, I guess. But yeah, I'm excited that I finally finished this movie and that I enjoyed this movie. If there are any other Coen brothers movies that are interesting, I don't really know their whatever you call it, their repertoire, if you will, too well, but if there are any others, please let me know and I may watch them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next movie reaction.